Our senior monitor, Jake Bailey's been able to come to prize giving. He can't stay for long, so I'm going to invite Jake to make his address now.
I wrote a speech, and then a week before I was due to deliver that speech tonight, they said, "You've got cancer." They said, if you don't get any treatment within the next 3 weeks, you're going to die. And then they told me that I wouldn't be here tonight to deliver that speech. But luckily, that speech isn't about what's to come. It's about what an amazing year it's been. And you didn't really expect me to write a whole other speech from my hospital bed, did you? So it started like this. If I've seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. Bernard of Chartres compared us to dwarves perched on the shoulders of giants. He pointed out that we see more and further than our predecessors, not because we have keener vision, nor greater height, but because we are lifted up and borne upon their gigantic stature and knowledge. Thank you, Christchurch Boys High School, for the height that you offer to us. Tēnā koutou katoa. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jake Bailey, and I'm Senior Monitor of 2015. I want to share with you all some words which I hold particularly close to my heart, words which meant a lot more to me this year than they ever could before. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes short again and again, because there is not effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deed, who knows the great enthusiasm, the great devotion, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who, at the best, knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who, at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly. So his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls that know neither victory nor defeat. I want to acknowledge the support that I've received and sincerely thank the old boys. In particular, Terry Donaldson and Jim Blair for being men of fine character who encouraged me to walk beside you, and I've been honoured to do so. The old boys have helped me to grasp what 130 years of history means in action, what it means to value tradition, to appreciate our rich history, and to comprehend the mark the old boys have made in the worlds of the military, arts, culture, commerce, law, community service and sport. I've been privileged to be supported by these wise men who spoke softly of their accomplishments and gently of how much we have to learn and offer, and about the responsibility that comes with this privilege. And these are words that I wrote before they sat beside my hospital bed. Thank you. We've worked hard to get to this point, but we haven't done it by ourselves. As guys, we become the type of men we are, not overnight, but as a result of our decisions, the choices that we make, and those who surround and support us. And it is those people that we need to thank. But we can't all be the best scholar achieving straight excellences, or the best sportsman in the first 15, believe me. But we can't be the best at everything, or even times at anything. What we can choose to have is moral strength. Moral strength is another of boys' high values. I wrote about this before I knew I had cancer, and now I have a whole new spin on it. Moral strength is about making a conscious decision to be a person who doesn't give up when it would be easy to be lesser because the journey is less arduous. Jim Rohn said, "Let others live small lives, but not you. Let others argue over small things, but not you. Let others cry over small hurts, but not you. Let others leave their future in someone else's hands, but not you. Of course, doing this will mean at some point you'll have to face your fear of falling short, a fear of looking like a fool, a fear of not being enough. And being senior monitor meant facing these fears every day. But here's the thing. None of us get out of life alive. So be gallant, be great, be gracious, and be grateful for the opportunities that you have. The opportunity to learn from the men who have walked before you and those who walk beside you. My challenge to each of you and to myself is to continue to grow and to develop for the better. The future is truly in our hands. Forget about long-term dreams. Let's be passionately dedicated to the pursuit of short-term goals. Micro-ambitious. Work with passion and pride on what is in front of us. We don't know where we might end up or when it might end up. And so here we stand. Our rule is over, and it is up to the next class to step into our shoes and take over. I hope that those of you who follow on will carry on a proud legacy. May the lads that follow benefit from the school's work to replicate the hall and the community spirit that undeniably comes from sitting together as one, strength and character of this mighty institution combined. I don't know where it goes from here for any of us, for me, for you, but I wish you the very best in your journey, and I thank you all for being part of mine. Wherever we go and whatever we do, may we always be friends when we meet again. Aotearoa Peto.